Deputy Speaker, let's have a look at this Labor state government's record. On crime, in 2023, there are 130,000 more victims of crime than in 2014. 342,786 victims of crime under this Labor state government. What about cost of living? Last financial year, electricity prices up 25.4%, when across the nation it was 13.4%. Just this week, we find out it's going up another $53 just in Queensland. What about housing? New lot approvals down 35% since 2015. Rents up 46%. What about health? Ambulance ramping 43%. 43%, the worst in the nation. 290,000 people on the wait list for the wait list. More than 60,000 people on a wait list for surgery. Hardly a record you would be proud of. Hardly a record that you would want your community to know about if you were the Labor members for Algesta, Hervey Bay, Caloundra, Pumicestone, Maryborough, Redlands, Nicholls, Barron River or Cairns. So what have those members done, Deputy Speaker? They've ripped off the red, they've draped themselves in Together Union purple and they've tried to distance themselves from a generation of Labor failure. But, Deputy Speaker, tonight I want to have a look at the performance of one of those members. Let's have a look at the member for Nicholls' performance and consider why he needs to run away from the Labor brand. The government's amended motion says that it notes that all Labor members continue to listen to issues raised by their community. Well, let's have a look at that, Deputy Speaker. Just last week, when a local Nambour business reached out on a community page for advice, the advice was about unruly behaviour and issues with their business. The member for Nicholls, instead of going and visiting those businesses to see what he could do to assist, he decided to abuse the business owner online. That post is conveniently deleted. What did he say? Don't lecture us on our obligations. I won't tolerate that. The business owner said, oh, it's nice to know you don't want to hear the voices of your constituents, though. And he said, he went on to post. Yeah, righto, mate. I actually heard you. I might have given you the response you didn't want. Oh, well, one less vote. Just speaking from on the ground. I know all the people in this space, and you are not one of them. I can live with that. For a bloke who came in here on a margin of 84 votes, he's pretty confident. But, Deputy Speaker, it's the people of Nicholls who miss out. It's the people of Nicholls who miss out. Deputy Speaker, embarrassingly, the business owner who pointed this out to the member for Nicholls was actually tagged in the original post by the member for Nicholls. Deputy Speaker, the reaction from the member for Nicholls when businesses were discussing the issues online shocked other small business owners in Nambour who are also suffering under this government's lack of action on crime. Some of the responses, and I quote, Ali was very respectful. In my opinion, you haven't been. Let's see if we tolerate that next time you're up for election. You come across as very arrogant. And Robert Skelton MP for Nicholls, you are embarrassing yourself. I voted for you last election, but I won't again. Other comments in the response from locals on the post, he said, he is the Member of Parliament and I'm absolutely disgusted in his behaviour and the way he responded to the public who were asking for assistance. Hardly listening, Deputy Speaker, hardly listening. Another community member said, Robert Skelton MP for Nicholls, your attitude in this thread is appalling. What an arrogant, heartless attitude you seem to have. Arrogant and heartless. Where have I seen that before? It is written on the faces and through the words of every single member of this tired third-term Labor government. Arrogant and heartless. Just yesterday, in response to concerns about a man who had lost his life and shouldn't have...
Member, can I ask you to come back to the motion or the amendment? I've given you some latitude, but you've strayed a long way away.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, for your guidance. It is clear that those opposite are not listening to their community. Arrogant and heartless is business as usual for this Labor government. Deputy Speaker, despite the fact that the member for Nicholls is not listening to his community, he's given up on the small businesses in his community. He doesn't want to listen. Those same businesses reached out to our local community champion, Marty Hunt. And Marty and I will be meeting with those businesses next week to listen to their concerns because Marty cares about the Nicholls community. Marty will fight for the Nicholls community. Marty will listen to the Nicholls community, unlike the current member for Nicholls. And I know that Marty has the right priorities for Nicholls. Deputy Speaker, rather than hiding and running away from Labor's shameful record, it's time for Labor to listen to their constituents. Not to harvest data for their union mates, time to listen. Time to tackle health, housing, crime, cost of living. It is time to show Labor the door in 2024.